Hello, I'm Teacher Melissa, and today we're going to talk about using ManyCam and Google Slides with your VipKid Classroom. Are you ready? Let's go! So this is what my screen looks like when I first get ready for a class and I'm about to go into the classroom. I have my reward system brought up here in this tab, and you can see that I have a reward system. I try to use the same one for one whole day. And then you can see I bookmark the classes in order. These are the Google Slides. If you're not part of the Facebook VipKid Google Slides group, go join it because these slides are phenomenal as a prop. So I bookmark those and one reward that I can use throughout multiple classes. Down here I have my ManyCam screens. I have standard ManyCam, so I can do 4 screens. So this is something that I also got off the VipKid Google Slides group. They have these awesome welcome and goodbye slides you can use. They have games. Definitely go check that out. This is just my goodbye slide that I will put up in the classroom when I'm leaving. I also have the welcome slide right here that you can see that I put up right before in the classroom when I'm already in there, but I'm opening up the material for the student. I'll put that one up. And then this one is my reward slide that I will transition to. And then also here is the one I use when I'm teaching. Hello. So you can see these were some effects that I just left up from the last class. We were doing life on the farm, obviously, because there's a farmer and the student earned 5 stars, so his 5 stars are there. And I'll take those down. So what I do here is I do the screen in screen because I saw someone post that you are supposed to leave your reward up the entire class time, and I was not doing that. So that's one of the reasons I went with ManyCam, was to leave the reward up the whole time. Sorry, I just noticed my background this is not the way my classroom looks. I usually have a background hanging up. But with this, so when I'll say, okay, it's time to pick a number, I'll just transition to this screen, and then that's what the student sees. So, and then when I say, oh, you picked 3, you found the purple star. Good job. And so as I'm giving them their star, I'll transition back to this screen and then throw them their star and go back to the reward slide. So that's how that looks when I'm doing this. And for this, what I do is, I'll show you. I find the slides that I'm wanting to use and I open them. And I have all of them already in presenter mode, scaled to this size. So when you open them, you just click present, presenter view. And then there's going to be a box that pops up that you need to exit out of. And then automatically it's in presenter view, which fits perfectly to the way I've sized these. And I will show you in just a second how I've sized them. So as I'm flipping through up here, it is also changing on the student screen, and it changes in the small image where I'm at. So it's there too. And then I just quickly go back to reward screen, and it's there. Now I have entered a classroom early, so you can see what this looks like when you're actually teaching. So you can see I've put up my welcome slide, and then when it's time for me to say hello, I will just click and transition, and there I am. I'm good to go. I can teach from here, and I say, oh, you've earned a number, pick a number, and we just transition, and it shows up there. And then when the student, you go up here to where the actual slide is, and the student says 5, and you pick 5, and oh, you found a funny cat, and then just transition back to you, and then click it out and say, okay, let's keep going. So this is how it looks from the student's part of view. And then you've got what I do with this. You can see this is where the effects are. What I do when I'm lesson planning, I will go through and see what's going to be taught so I can add those effects. For example, I knew I was going to have 5 stars. I had a student today who did an assessment. So pick your character, Meg or Mike. And then we had Meg and Mike. We had the tennis ball vocabulary today. So I would say a word, the student would say a word. So we threw the tennis ball around. I also had, of course, life on the farm. There's a cow and a chicken. And then we talked about bananas and apples. So I'd be like, oh, Do you like apples? I like apples too. Watch, let's eat an apple. And we would and eat the apples. So those are just some things you can do. The kids think they're great, they think they're funny. Now I'm going to minimize out of this and I'm going to show you how to measure these screens so that they work perfectly during your lessons. Alright, now I got the lighting good in here. I fixed this. This is actually my seated background. I have a standing and a seated, which I'll show you that on another video. And I wanted to show you that with ManyCam you can also do cool faces, kind of like the Instagram, Snapchat filters. So you can do these. There's several you can choose from. Now on to picking the sizes for your screen. So you can see I have 3 different windows open. Also have my sticky notes down here. I got that tip from someone, which has been awesome because I was writing everything down, not thinking, duh, Melissa, use your sticky notes. So what I do is you will click on presets. This is where you will fill in what you have for these 4. For example, preset main layer, that's my camera. Well, for the picture in picture, it will bring up this measuring tool. And this is where you measure out the size you want. So that's perfect. I have me from my camera up there, and I have my picture in picture. These, you can right click, and I uploaded a media file. So that's where my pictures came from. I had downloaded these from Google Slides after I created them and just put, this is a media file and this is a media file. Then for preset 4, this is where it got kind of tricky and I could not figure it out. So this is the main reason I made this video. For preset 4, when I right clicked on it, I had to be in preset 4 and then choose a custom area. Again, you can only choose custom area in the standard paid for version, I believe. So that's great. I mainly went with standard because I needed at least 4 different screens. So again, it pops up where you can crop out what you want. And so you just crop it to where it kind of matches what you've got for your picture in picture right here. That's it. And then you're good to go. So I would just switch it back to preset 1. And you can also use keys. For example, if I wanted to do my welcome, I would just press Control 2 and there we go. You have to make sure that you are selected in the ManyCam and not up here when you're pressing these control keys because it will do something different. So again, I'm still selected here. This is popped up in the classroom and then it's like, oh, your student's here. So I would just press Control 1 and hello. And you're good to go. So this is how I used ManyCam in the classroom. I've only been using it for 2 days. So if you have better tips, please comment, leave me those. Or if you have questions, comment and leave me those too, and we'll figure this thing out together. Happy teaching!